So Tekashi 6ix9ine takes a plea deal. For those of you who don't know, Tekashi 6ix9ine is the New York-based rapper who was arrested last year on multiple federal charges. And as of this date, he has taken a plea deal. He was facing, I heard, between 47 to 57 years to life in prison.
Damn.
But apparently, it's been reduced to just 6 months.
What?
How much snitching do you gotta do?
Well, and then did you know they transport him from the jail to the court in an underground tunnel? You know, if you get an underground tunnel treatment, bro, you're doing some heavy snitching. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness,
that's no joke.
So I'm gonna bring up his rap sheet really quick. I'm gonna look it up online really quick. But I just have one question. Based upon, I mean, so here's a guy. I mean, I know you're semi-familiar with him. The guy with the rainbow-colored hair,
right.
The 6ix9ine tattooed on his head. Just very, I don't want to say flamboyant, but man, he was just loud and some would say, I would say, obnoxious.
Right.
Can't even say that word. That's how bad.
Obnoxious?
Yeah. That's how bad it was.
That's how
right?
bad it bothered you.
But, you know, it was just this, I didn't know how to receive it because here's this short, lanky, skinny Latino, you know, just doing this hardcore gangster rap, you know, and being touting himself as a whoa.
Oh, we got to answer that.
Oh.
We got to get that. Hello.
Hey, my bad. I had my phone was on silent. No.
Okay, well, we were just discussing this whole thing about Tekashi 6ix9ine. Are you familiar with it?
Yeah, that bitch, yeah.
Is your volume up on your phone?
Hold on, let me get my headphones.
Okay.
I gotta go to Carlo and get it.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll finish. I'm gonna finish filling them in.
All right.
So so where was I? So anyways, yeah, obnoxious, really loud, really out there. So I was just like, I didn't really care for this guy, and then he was always just like, oh, you know, doing just a lot of words, and you know how people are in the street and they just talk
like,
a lot.
Why you
talk
advertising?
And I was just waiting for the day for him to just get rolled up and on TMZ, him just getting laid out or whatever, you know,
right.
World Star, but you know, so it never happened. So I was like, whatever. So he got caught up in with these charges. In fact, let's have Angel call you. We'll edit this out, but have Angel call you on that phone so I could look up this stuff. Call him before he calls me again.
Hello, bitch.
What's up, man? Oh, that was for your brother?
Supposed to.
My bad. We switched phones. That way Rev could do research on his BlackBerry.
Whatever.
And
well, you don't know what's going on. I kind of fell in a little bit.
Well, I just wanted to get exactly what his charges were.
Well, he was charged with like basically conspiracy to murder, I believe, and like.
Oh, what did I do? Hold on. Oh, my Bluetooth. Hold on. Okay, now my watch answered you.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so he was for conspiracy of murder, you said?
Well, because he ordered a hit on somebody. No one died, but I mean, it was a shooting that happened.
Well, I know we had the big thing with Rap-A-Lot down in Texas, that there was a beef.
There's a lot of shit, dude. Just going around just talking shit, just trying to get clout, you know, because he just had the blood behind him.
And that's a new word that I came across.
What, clout?
Yeah, and
that's not new. That's old.
Well, I know it. I know, but I never heard it though.
Time.
Like it's thrown around.
It's coming back.
Yeah. Not that it's coming back. It's just being popular nationwide. I heard that forever. I think that if I don't know how wrong or right I might be, but I think it's in the Bay Area. You know, even a lot of slangs come from the Bay.
So what do you think of him taking this plea deal?
I mean, he knew he was going to do it. Martha Stewart didn't snitch on nobody.
So you're saying that he has more prison cred than, or Martha Stewart has more prison cred than Tekashi 6ix9ine?
Well, I think she lied to them, and then
lied to the federal investigators.
Yeah, about that she was helping her homies out, but she could have just said a bunch of other shit. She knows a bunch of other shit. She just ate her time. Now I know it's not nearly as much, but still though.
But she kept it real, yeah, for sure.
I think he would have snitched even if it was just a couple months, or 5 years,
Yeah, so it says on the night of November 18, 2018, 6 men were arrested by the ATF agents in New York City. 6ix9ine, Shadi Jamal, Mel Murda Jones. I'm not going to read all these names. Anyways, all these people were arrested by ATF agents in New York. Let's see. 6ix9ine was confronted by inmates affiliated with the rival Crips gang. I guess that happened in prison that same day. I'm just trying to find a list of all those guys' charges because I know they were extensive. They got to the point where he was looking at 47 to 57, I think, years to life in prison.
Damn.
So my question is
he ordered a shooting. He ordered people to get beat up.
Yeah, but
that's all major felonies. That's major felonies.
There's also like weapons charges. There was there was possession with intent to sell guns and other things. I know it was a pretty long, extensive list. But my question is, it was just, I guess I shouldn't say I didn't expect it, but I was still kind of shocked knowing that he took the plea bill and he was snitching like all these things out, like all these.
Really?
All these.
I thought he was gangster. What happened to his gangster?
Well, if you were facing 50 to 60 years to life in prison.
Hey, no, man, because you know what you signed up for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
You know what you signed up. You know the streets was dangerous. You know what you're getting into. Just like law enforcement or people that willingly put their life on the line. It's like, bro, I feel bad for these families, and all that. It's wrong, whatever. Cops get killed and all that.
I don't feel bad for them.
But you know what you signed up for. If you knew the job was dangerous before you took it, just like him, it's like, then take your time like a man. You know what I'm saying? At least people could respect you that way.
Yeah, well, the thing is, though, so what is the likelihood that he is touched at this point?
What?
How easily do you think it would be to get for somebody to touch him?
I don't know. It depends.
I think he's going to get touched because of his own stupidity. I think he's going to be untouchable. He's going to be in some type of witness program. He's going to have to get his tattoos all removed.
Yeah, but
I wouldn't be surprised even if he comes out and tries to rap again. Just be, and I think people will listen to him.
He's going to be a Christian rapper?
Possibility.
He's going to go in the men's home?
The women's home?
Become a Christian? I mean, it's likely because a lot of people that go into jail get religious, and his ass is prime.
He's not going to jail. He's getting maybe 6 months. From what I've heard, he's getting.
Probably some hotel room.
This is what I'm saying. How are you facing up to 60 years to life in prison, and all of a sudden snitch so much that you can get it down to 6 months? How does that work? Because
he pled guilty to the charges. He hasn't been sentenced yet. He could still get sentenced to 40 years. The judge could be like, but he could basically, so that he could still go to jail for like 5 years or do a year, or they could just give him time served. He's most likely going to get time served, or he's going to get a very reduced sentence of like 2 years or whatever, 5 years, and he's going to be in custody till then, because they're doing the whole. I mean, they're doing it faster than they normally do it, but he's already pled guilty to it. It's just he hasn't been sentenced yet. That's how it works. It's not guilty then sentenced, and then you work with him. No, it's because you can just back out on the deal if they they charge you and sentence you. You can just back out on the deal out there because it's already said and done. So that's why it's like, okay, plead guilty to this, cooperate with us, and then when it comes to your sentencing, they'll wait till the sentencing is done till after their cases are all done. Shawty and all other motherfuckers that they got, these charges on, kidnapping charges on them, conspiracy to murder, all this other shit that he got charged with.
Definitely.
He ordered it. They carried it out pretty much what it's going on.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. I mean,
but really, it was them telling him what to do. He was ordering it, and they were doing it. So it was like,
yeah. Okay, well, let me ask you this. Do you think the move to Tekashi to cop the plea deal, to plead guilty, was really selfish? Because apparently what's going to happen, because
But that was his game from the beginning. He knew that.
Okay, but hear me out though. Because here's what I'm thinking. So if he's not touchable, okay. So if he's untouchable, what is the likelihood of those close to him? Maybe his current girlfriend, his former girlfriend, his daughter, family members. Do you think that would be a possibility for somebody of his level because he's so high profile and he caused so much? I mean, I think at this point, I mean, the Train 9.
Well, they already are. They're already threatening his parents.
Damn.
Not his parents. They're already threatening his dead.
Well, his dad's been dead. His dad died a long time ago, but I don't know about his mom.
They've been threatening his baby mama. They've been threatening him. So yeah, it's a possibility.
And if you were in that position, you would do this.
I'm not going to snitch. Yeah. No. Why would you sign up? Why would you put your daughter in that situation? That's what I would think.
Yeah.
But why would you in a family situation? Because the Trey Bloods were there. I don't know. I mean, I've been in New York and I've been to Blood neighborhoods out there, and I'm with things. Nowhere you want to fuck around. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And, I mean, yeah.
Have you ever listened to any of his music?
Nope. Proud to say that. Proud to say I don't have a single
I never heard a whole song because it's kind of like
I've heard a song. I've heard a whole song like when I listened to it because you're how wankster is, but I want to see what he's doing. And this guy's, and then it comes to find out that there's a track I think it's called Gumbo.
Yeah.
Where he's in there and he's waving around red flags and that day is when he pretty much joined the Bloods because he brought a bunch of red rags and was like, said, so it's like.
Well, from what I've looked into, it seems like he's been a part of the Bloods from his teens.
Nope.
I'm surprised they didn't dry his pockets out and then get rid of him.
You know how he got discovered through them?
How?
He was a busboy, and he just, they were there eating. He rapped for them, and they thought he was a good rapper, and just kind of, some bars. And then he just caught on.
Do you think he has any skills? I mean, I have listened to a couple of his songs.
They originally said people, because this is what people insiders were saying, that they originally wanted him to be like those rock rappers, because like around the time he was getting big was when the rock rap was getting really popular. But he just got into the Blood gang because the Blood gang saw money they can get from him, so they pumped him up, and it just started working. He started getting more views and views.
So they bankrolled him so he could eventually bankroll them.
Well, they were bankrolling him. That's what he's admitting to. He's like, I was paying the Bloods this month. I would get $250.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
$100,000. Like, that's what he was saying in court, I think.
Well, no,
that's testimony.
No, that's what I mean. So the Bloods bankrolled him. They pushed him.
You hang with us.
And then eventually, when he got a big enough star, then he basically turned around and then repaid, or even was bankrolling.
You hang with us. You get the clout of Bloods. You don't have to do the initiations. You don't have to do all that bullshit. You just pay us. You know what I'm saying? They were paying. That's how they were making the money. So he had to get initiated. So they were letting. And him being stupid, him thinking he's untouchable, was ordering shit over the phone, recording, doing shit on live FaceTime. Threatening people and doing shit.
Live.
And shootings were actually happening. Every concert was going through the shootings happening and shit. Like he was instigating shit. And he's bringing these knuckleheads. Not thinking these guys are just going to start trouble. He's not, First of all, he did have the big homies and stuff around him, closely around him, but he had a lot of knuckleheads around him too that were just taking advantage of the situation. So, and then all just coming back to him. But at the end of the day, he knew if he was going to come in, he was just going to snitch because, he ain't about that life.
Yep. I guess somebody
that's out of control, man.
Some parents dropped the ball there. Anyways,
so that's how he started. He was created for just money purposes, but it just
got it.
It got too crazy.